Hi there, hello, and goo goo gaga. Not only is that what babies say, it's also the name of the world's most popular website, Google. Wait, Google? Google. Well, that's gotta be one of those Mandela effects. I could have sworn that was Goo. They must have just changed that as I was shooting. That's so weird when they do that stuff. So anyway, Google, that sounds weird. They do a ton of stuff, like mail, maps, stuff nobody really asked for or likes, blue pieces of paper, green pieces of paper, and even, yes, square triangle. It's so helpful to have square triangle accessible whenever I need it. One thing that Google also does is let people review things. Yes, like Yelp and Amazon and other websites with reviews, Google realized that people love to go online and complain about anything and everything. Both of those things. It's one of humanity's favorite pastimes. I don't even know what people used to do before they could whine about stuff on the internet. Honestly, probably why it seems like there were a lot more serial killers back in the day. If Son of Sam were around today, he'd just post complaints about his local IHOP instead of doing murders on people. Not enough syrup! Well, that's my aggression out for the day. Time to read and go work in the garden. Now, although they are probably not doing murders on people, there is a rabid community of reviewers on Google. They have rabies. Trust me, I asked Gemini. So come with me on a journey into Google reviews. All right, we're here. I'm like Willy Wonka, except my factory is the internet and I didn't make any of it and probably nobody's gonna drown. First of all, I do think that a lot of reviews on Google are very helpful, and they can tell you a lot about a place you're considering going to. For example, here's a review of a Wawa convenience store that I found very helpful. Stopped there today and my car battery died and the manager's Alan comes outside and got really rude with me, and the guy helping and me with the kids in the car said I had to push the SUV off the parking lot to jumpstart it, and he called the cops. Very unfriendly, and he tried to get inside the car. Steve told me that was their policy, and the guy who attacked us verbally, his name's Alan. See, that is all really good information to know. If you go here, Alan's gonna call the cops and verbally attack you. And they have this policy at this particular convenience store that he's gonna try to get inside your car. That's their policy. He's gonna try his best to get in your car, and you gotta be prepared for that. Unclear if you need a reservation here, but this reviewer does not recommend this place for vegetarians. Also, Alan will call your kids names. Unclear if that's policy too, but he's gonna do it. Here's another helpful review. Bad place, no hygiene, bad water, wild pig attack, elephant attack, forest fire attack, tribal attack, our dearest friend Carimbra attack. I think that some of this is probably lost in translation, but at the same time, this was helpful because I'm not planning on going there now. I was not before, but I certainly am not now. So this was helpful. Sure, it sounds like a very exciting place, but I don't want to be attacked by a pig and an elephant and a forest fire and a tribe and my dearest friend Carimbra. One question I've often asked myself out loud about Google reviews is why? In cases like these that I just mentioned, I can understand these people were attacked by wild pigs and by Steve, and they feel like they have nowhere else to turn. So they head to their keyboards and they warn the world about their bad experiences and hopefully dissuade some folks from visiting these places with their bad policies and tribal attacks. But what about when people review stuff like parking lots? What are we doing there? Here's one I found of a parking lot here in Montreal. Great experience, 3 stars. Hey, AR, why'd you do that? 3 people saw that and were like, pow, yes. This guy speaks the truth. Sometimes, I don't know, I see stuff and I'm like, what are other people doing out there in the world? You know what I mean? Although the answer to why AR did this strange thing of giving a parking lot 3 stars and saying it was a great experience lies in that very same screenshot. Can you spot it?
Can you find what AR's deal is?
There it is, right below AR's name. It says local guide.
Good job. I'm gonna kill you.
This isn't a random title that AR gave themselves, like, hello, I'm AR, your local guide. Let me show you some of my favorite parking lots. No, this is a whole system that Google has set up called local guides. And in this system, they give you points for every review you give, and even more points when you give more details. That's right, frickin' points. Who doesn't love getting points? If you answered nobody, here's 5 points for that correct answer. You see how great that felt? And you know what? Another 5 points if you agree that that felt great. This might be the most feel-good video I've ever made. And Google gives you different points for different things on Google reviews. 10 points for a review, 10 bonus points for a 200-character review, 1 point for a rating, 5 points for a photo, 7 points for a video. This is a very fair trade if you think about it. Google gets to catalog ratings and opinions for all of civilization without paying for it. You get points! You get some points! But it does not stop there. Oh, no, no, no. The more points you get, the higher level you reach, and the more benefits you get. And yes, by benefits, I mean, barely beneficial benefits that are almost nothing. They're so close to nothing. Oh man. First off, levels 1 through 3, you get nothing, because to be honest, you don't really have any skin in the game yet. I don't know where your skin is, but it's certainly not in the game. Not yet. By level 4, though, you put some skin in the game. You put some time and effort. Your skin is in the arena. Largest organ of the body. It's here. And you've earned yourself 250 points. That's a lot of points! Or is it? No, it's not. But that is when the real goodies start rolling in. You see, in exchange for your contributions, you get a little badge, and it's got a little star with 4 pointy points. Hell yeah. Worth it. Completely worth it. 500 points gets you a level 5 star with 5 pointy points. Now you're probably saying, okay, so 1,000 points, that gets me a 6 pointed star. We're doing like a double thing. No, you need 1,500 points for that. If you want level 7, that jumps up to 5,000 points. Level 8, 15,000. Level 9, 50,000. Level 10, 100,000 points. And that's the top level, because how could a star have 11 points? That badge would look insane. Nobody would take this seriously. So yeah, only 250 points to get from level 4 to 5, but 10,000 points to get from level 7 to 8, and it just gets crazier from there. Here's the thing though, people go gaga over this stuff. Google gaga, like my baby thing earlier. This is a callback to that. Right now, I'm doing the callback as we speak. I'm proud of you, callback. People are trying so hard to get so many points that they start trying to kind of game the system, which good for them. It's a silly game system. Like Virtual Boy, that was a silly game system. All the graphics were red and black and you wore it on your head. Anyway, because of the system gaming, people chasing these points, you get some weird reviews from local guides in the old Google pipeline. These people are farming for those sweet, sweet points, you see. Like, for example, here's a review of a public restroom in Fort Cobb Lake, Oklahoma. For a state park, the bathrooms are reasonable, cleaned, and stocked. The showers are 4 individual rooms with lock. Small area to change with bench. You will need to push button to start water. No hot water, at best room temperature or cool, but it gets the job done. Is that over 200 characters? Thank God! This guy did it, and he gave it 3 stars. And oh boy, did he get points. He even backed it up with 6 entire pictures of this bathroom. This guy's got so many points. I would be impressed if I wasn't fighting to stay awake right now from how boring this review was. You know what? I give that 3-star review 3 stars, the most boring number of stars possible. Here's another parking lot review next to a hiking trail in Clinton, New Jersey. I hated every second of being in the parking lot. I wanted to hike, not sit in the car. It's a parking lot. Really no issue with the lot itself, just that it's a parking lot. That was a 1-star review of a parking lot where the reviewer admits that the parking lot is just there being a parking lot and has no issues whatsoever, but it was not the reason he was there, which is how all parking lots work. Nobody's there to just be in the parking lot, usually. And now this person gets some fake points towards a virtual badge that only appears on a screen. The internet is working better than ever, folks. I'm getting a call that I need to decline. But that doesn't even scratch the surface for how into it Google local guides are. They've got their own forums where they can stay in touch and talk about the different things that I don't know what they talk about. They hold meetups sometimes around the world where they can get together and catalog the crap out of stuff. You couldn't pay me to walk past a gathering of local guides. I'd be too scared of being review bombed. 1 star, that guy walking by is totally normal, but he's not the reason I'm here. I poke fun, but local guides are getting something out of this. Yeah, they get the points and the make-believe badges, but having a little community and a reason to get together is nice in an increasingly insular world. They also get kind of a gamified experience of the world, like a Pokemon Go, but for parking lots. But you know who's really getting something out of this? Google. Wow, are they ever making out like bandits? Bandits famously love to make out with each other, you see. You may not realize it from how messed up the search engine has become and how confidently incorrect their AI often is, but they are in the information business, and all of these local guides are uploading tons of information for free, or minus however many bytes it takes to produce images of little star badges. Geoff, can you calculate that for me, please?
Well, Ryan, according to my calculations, 0.
They apparently used to give perks and rewards to local guides, like I saw some reports of people getting pins or socks in the mail, but I guess Google kind of realized that they don't even have to do any of that. Just points. That's all you got to do. Just give people points. Points and badges. In fact, one local guide asked this question in a forum. Does Google Maps no longer give perks to local guides? And in true Google review fashion, someone responded with a detailed, very helpful, no way. Not for a long time now. When you see someone bragging about getting socks or a physical pin, it is usually from years back. There were a ton of problems with perks getting lost in the mail, and sending out physical rewards is way more expensive than the value of the items. Well, that's the video for now. Please leave your review in the comment section below, and you will get 10,000 points. 75,000 points if it's more than 200 characters. And in exchange, I will give you my permission to imagine a star. You're not getting a picture, okay? You gotta picture it yourself. Honor system though, guys. Don't go imagining the star if you didn't get the points. Okay? Okay, bye now. Also, 3 points for finishing the video. That's a freebie on me. Thank you. Bye. Hi there, hello. Please hit that subscribe button. I am a disembodied head, so you can trust me. You can trust me.